Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. New Necro support. Who would have expected this one? So let's take a look. On first sight I was like, well, these don't really seem too promising, but there's one card from this new support that takes the cake, and that's the, well, there's two new level 4s, both fantastic, basically new Manju Senju for the deck. One of them, the names, is it Avans? Avans, the one that upon summon summons a Necros from a deck. So it's basically a Manju because it searches the new Manju, etc. But most importantly, the two new cards, very similar to Shurit, they can be used as a full ritual summon, as an only tribute, but they need to be face up on the field, so cards you control. You'll see the best effect of the new support, that's this one. So special summon something from deck. You could definitely play one Aerial and one Great Sorcerer, because of this, again, it tutors all of your engine. You know, it's basically Google.deck. You know, Necros, it's super consistent. Droll kills the deck, but it is what it is. There's a couple of ways. You could go for Bahamut Shark or not. You could go for Shark, because I had a follow-up play, I had an extender. And look at this, look at this. So banish enough cards, as many cards as possible, because as soon as you tribute the Avans, you know, the one that special summons from deck, you can take as many as you like Necros cards that are in your banished pile, but they need to be different cards. So here's like, you add 6 cards. Yes, look at this. This kind of feels like the same as Spellbook of Judgment, right? So that's kind of sick, not going to lie. The thing is that this effect is only once per duel, so what is it, the last effect of your level 4, which kind of makes sense. But anyway, it's kind of disgusting. And the new ritual spell, it's not really a ritual spell, it's a quick play spell. So it lets you, it's basically their trap that they still don't have for whatever reason. But it gives you the opportunity to ritual summon during their turn. And the cool thing is that this new ritual spell, quick play spell, you can also ritual summon Necros monsters from your banished pile. And that's super crucial, that's fantastic as well. But again, most importantly, because you know you got your stuff back, this new ritual spell, quick play spell, also can banish itself, and unlike the other Necro spells, you can still have a monster on field. You know, that's a huge buff. So it basically fuels your banished pile to get that big add to the hand. And of course, Trishla them during their turn with, you know, the monster negation face up on field. I think it's the level 10 Necros ritual monster with Unicorn, because again, it's Unicorn passes.deck, yeah, but a little more. This is also one of the new ones. It can special summon itself if you have a warrior type in your grave or field, on field. Again, you have Clauseless, and there's many more. Trish. Anyway. So, get out the monster effect negation, just in case, this one. Not going to butcher its name. Again, very similar opening move as before. Look at this. Add 6, guys. Yes, add 6 cards. Ah, yes. Much balanced. So anyway, Aerial doesn't trigger. What is it? It's not activated for a card effect or something like that. So anyway, monster effect negation, Unicorn on field. And keep in mind, Trishla can miss timing. So you cannot like chain, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the case. You cannot like chain the new mirror on something that your opponent activated. So wait until everything resolves and then use the new mirror in a new window. So a drop on the new level 4 is basically a free special summon. So again, an upgrade to Manju Senju. And it's something that you can, you know, it's a water type, it boosts Bahamut Shark plays if you want. Bahamut Shark is not the play to go to. Again, depends on your extenders, but because again, like that on-field effect, tribute as a full ritual summon, that can be crucial as well. So again, full field, full rituals, multiple draws, etc. Alright, no hand traps, hardly any hand traps, the Mulch Army, one of them. The better one, I guess, and Dark Ruler, potentially for going second. You could potentially go for Dominus Impulse instead of the Dark Ruler. But I don't think this is a deck that you want to main like multiple 12 or 15 hand traps. This deck cannot support that. So I guess small amount of board breakers, I think it's that's okay. And something that I might have been toying around with is, as you saw here, is also one of the more recent Necros cards. What is it? Necros of Sophia. I kind of overlooked it before. What is it? Like, you can discard it with a Necro spell, and then your opponent cannot special summon from the extra deck during that main phase. So during main phase 1, basically. But as you know, if they start, it's basically Shifter. So if they start, they cannot, like, you know, battle phase, main phase 2, no. they're forced into main phase 1 and they cannot use their extra deck, which again against most decks is super crucial. Sure, Tenpai can play around it with the battle phase, but against most decks, like if you know you're going second, you might just side deck some extra Sophias for that reasoning. And then speaking of Shifter, it has been in the back of my mind, this might be a Shifter deck. It needs more testing. The thing is that Shifter hinders you a bit, but it might screw over your opponent much more. That's the thing with those don't kill the sand traps, right? The format is kind of sick, like really sick, as in not healthy, but it is what it is. So again, still one monster effect negation, get Ogre, that's fine. Still have Unicorn potentially on. That's the thing, with all the new support ever since, what is it, 2015? Unicorn Pass, it's much more than that. And I mean, the deck, Google that everything searches each other. So again, go for the level 4, special summon from deck, get another search. You know, I think 2 Unicorn is fine, same for the Velk, 1 Velk in the main deck is fine. Velk could be imported against Tenpai, sure they can dodge, you know what I mean. Velk needs to, you know, negate the monster attack, and monster needs to be faceable on field still. So this should be more than enough. The last one, Yubel, and what is it? Drop the Mulch Army. Sure, they could give me a couple of draws, or don't. I guess, again, as I mentioned before, I don't think this is a deck that can play that many hand traps, so I think the Mulch Army and Dominus Impulse and or Dark Ruler is enough, just in case for going second. So Imperm is a problem. Ash is fine, because again, Ash does not negate the effect, and as in, like here, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not able to use my negated monsters on field, you know, use them as a full tribute for a ritual, because again, their effect is negated. If it wasn't for Trish, and that's a cool thing, like before, discarding Trish kind of felt like a waste, but now it's fantastic. Just get Trish in the graveyard, either, you know, with Cycle, reborn it, re-ritual it from the grave, or banish it, get it in your banished pile, and then just ritual summon with a new quick play spell. Sick, that's superb. So again, really solid support. Again, on first sight you might have thought, that support sucks, that's not good, but it's actually kind of solid. It really does solve some of the core problems of the deck. Draw is still a problem, obviously. Speaks for itself. As for the rest, sure, the build is not too optimal. I mean, you could maybe capitalize on the pendulum mechanic a bit more because of the new one, which is, I'm not liking it that much. Maybe you could drop Sophia. I think I played 3 in the beginning, dropped it to 2 and added in Gungear for protection, Geki, Dark Hole. But I don't know, maybe one Sophia is fine, you could search it eventually. And then if you know you're going second, you can just side deck in multiple Sophias, just in case. If you open with it, it's the blowout. Again, if you're playing against a deck that's heavily reliant on its extra deck. That was a mistake. No. What is it? If you have Sharvara on field, you can only special summon Fiend types when it's on field. So that's the thing. Like, that's a big weakness. Trishula cannot resolve if your opponent does not have monsters upon resolution. So here in this case, the Bakhmut would have, you know, been dropped to the field, but you know, miss chain links. It is what it is. So I like the list, but again, feel free to leave suggestions. It's far from you know, fully tested, but suggestions are definitely welcome. It's a hard deck. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Liam signing out. Peace.